Today we're gonna make something called ezme. A bash, a mash. If you have an ezme, you have a meze. If you have an ezme, you have a side dish. If you have an ezme, you have a course that you can get along with a piece of bread, and it's so nice. And this is a recipe that is incredibly easy to make. Now, the beautiful thing is we have here 5 tomatoes, not so big. I'm going to grill them on the stovetop. This is a nice grill made out of enamelware. You asked for it so much, so we started to sell it on Etsy as well. It's so easy to grill on a stovetop. So I put 5 tomatoes and 4 peppers like this. You can use big bell peppers, it's okay, no worries. While these are kind of grilling, I'm going to use an onion. I'm going to dice it. By the way, this could be a really nice recipe if you have a barbecue. When barbecue's happening on the side, when the first flame is really high, instead of putting meat, we have to take the first glare of the flame away. You put some veggies, and these can go first. Meanwhile, on the side, you can prepare this. And we have the beautiful parsley. Actually, the glass is gonna do the work, but I'm going to roughly chop it like this. And that's it. And these are almost done. I have to turn the heat a bit lower. It's really important not for every place to really go brown, but it's important for the tomatoes to get softer. These are all cooked, as you can see. To take the skins off easily, they have to be in a hammam first. With the warmth, I close it, and for 2-3 minutes, they stay like this. Then it's easy to take their skins off. And usually, the tomato hangs to the branch, is the place where you collect all the skins. Voila, like a Turkish delight. For the pepper, what we do is hold it from the top and run our hands through the pepper. It's like taking the socks off. Now, we have a pepper paste. Now, I think everywhere in the world it's easier to find pepper paste. A tablespoon of pepper paste gets in like this. A half a teaspoon of salt. Then we can decide if we want to put a bit more. The ingredient for this is sumac. Sumac is a bit floury sour taste, which is really beautiful, essential for Turkish cuisine. I'm going to put the sumac on. If you can't find it, we have it on Etsy if you like. If you like different kinds of spices, you can use it. If you don't have it and you want to do this recipe, you can use a bit of lemon and red pepper. Not the same, but still it's gonna be good. Now, the fun part begins. I am going to put all these on a tray, which has sides. My 4 peppers and everything. Now I put the damp cloth at the bottom for this to not to slide. For this, I need, it could be a glass, but because it's easier to break, a little more dangerous, but I have done it with a glass, it still works. A metal glass with sides that are not so round would be great. Something like this. Now, what we do is make rounds like this. You might ask, Refika, can't I do this with a knife? What is the difference? The difference is because there's a tomato, there's a lot of juice, and we need something that has corners. Like if it's a wooden box, it will still work, but we will lose some of its beautiful water.
What about blender?
Blender could work. Yes. But this is the traditional way of how we are making it.
There were no blenders.
Yeah. If you do it with a blender, push it on and off, on and off, on and off, as if it's like a knife. I'm going to do this for about 2-3 minutes and then it's gonna be ready. It looks so magical, actually, how this can be done. Some pomegranate sour is needed. You can buy it on Etsy. This is a real pomegranate. Don't buy a pomegranate sauce, buy a pomegranate sour. Nar ekşisi. If you cannot find it and you want to do it immediately, buy a pomegranate and add the seeds like this. In original ezme there isn't something like that, but I wanted to add it to show you. And some olive oil, 2.5 tablespoons. And we mix it well. This is perfectly vegan, proudly vegan, really vegan. It hasn't been turned and adapted to be vegan. I value those recipes really much because it is tasty naturally. So, how do we eat this? We eat this alone. like this, or
I would put a slice of cheese on top of that.
yeah, or some köfte on top like this. Also good. Or Adana, or by itself is also so good. Nice recipe. As a side dish, it's also nice. You can put it on a small plate and it could be a meze, or it could be stay in a jar, and each time you go and use it as a spread, it would be so nice. You can do it with a sausage. You put a sausage in a bread and then add ezme. So good. With all kebabs, ezme is almost always there. With fish, sometimes it's there as a meze. So nice. So that's it. The Twitter had their algorithms out, and if someone likes one of the comments, I think 30 more people see it. If someone writes a comment, 20 people see it. There's something like that. So probably something similar is on YouTube as well. So please write a comment. If you like the video, please press like for the word to spread. Take care.